A'udzubillahiminasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Syed Ilyas Tasir with the register number 203010 4061, and for now I would like to present my perangkat pembelajaran for English Curriculum and Material Development subject in fifth semester of UN Mahmud Yunus Batu Sangkar. With lecturer Dr. Rita Erlinda MPD and Romi Febito MPD. The first one, I would like to talk about the kalender pendidikan. So in kalender pendidikan, there is a contain where the week that is fully available for learning for the students. So it means that if there is 1 or 2 days that in the date that is have agenda, it doesn't count it as minggu effective, like what I said before. So this is the kalender pendidikan. This is given by government, but why do we need to have this? Because we need to, this is how we develop the prosem, or what we call program semester. We can see here in July there are a lot of day off, so all of the week, only 1 week that is very effective for July. And also in August, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 weeks effective. And in September, there is 2 weeks effective and a week for assessment. And then after that is penilaian for the teacher. So in September there are 2 week effective, and in October there is 4 week effective. In November all of the date is effective, and in December only 3 days that is effective for learning, because in 5th December there are a final examination for the students. So as we count it, so we can divide it. The kalender pendidikan becomes prota or program tahunan that is contain the material that we will to explain for our student, like this. I'm highlighted this in yellow sign because this is the material that I developed for introduction, especially in code 7.1 with tujuan pembelajaran menyapa orang lain dalam konteks formal dan informal dan mampu memperkenalkan diri sendiri dan orang lain dalam konteks percakapan. So this is how I develop the capaian pembelajaran from this program tahunan. And then the second one is about using idea for to be, like, and dislike, and question word with 6 GP, and simple present tense with 8 GP, and so on. So we have all of the GP is suitable for our under pendidikan. So it becomes this prosem. What we make in kalender pendidikan, we collect it, we make it in the program semester. So in this program semester, it conclude all of the material that we given to our student. So this is the code, and this is how we develop the program semester to make sure all of the week that is available for learning is fully developed for learning itself. And then we come to capaian pembelajaran. Capaian pembelajaran is a core of language learning in Kurikulum Merdeka, because this is how we develop the material that we will use, and from capaian pembelajaran, we will turn it into TP or tujuan pembelajaran, and after that we develop it into ATP or alur tujuan pendidikan, alur tujuan pembelajaran. So this is how this is the content of capaian pembelajaran, like identity and rational, and then we make it in Saver 1 for senior high school. We use Saver B1, and with the characteristic is first, mempertahankan interaksi dan menyampaikan sesuatu yang diinginkan dalam berbagai konteks dengan artikulasi jelas. And then mengungkapkan pokok pikiran utama yang ingin disampaikan secara komprehensif. And the third one, mempertahankan komunikasi walaupun terkadang beberapa jeda. And then we make it in genre-based instruction with 4 types. The first one is BKOF, or building knowledge of field, and then modeling of the text, and then joint construction of text, and then independent construction of the text. And then we come for the material. First one is about mengembangkan kompetensi komunikatif dalam bahasa Inggris dengan berbagai teks multimodal, lisan, tulisan, visual, and audiovisual. Why I make it different in point 1, because I make the TP, tujuan pembelajaran, based on this one, mengembangkan komunikasi komunikatif. And this is the characteristic of English subject, kinds of text, and then choose the type of text that we will solve in the classroom, and then we use student center for learning process, and then learning English is focused of ability for students language based on the terms of or tahapan perkembangan kemampuan berbahasa. And then we come for element. There are 4 elements in English learning. The first one is elemen menyimak, and then membaca, and then memirsa, and then berbicara, menulis, mempresentasikan. I'm sorry, there are actually there are 6 elements. This is the description. And the green one is verb, and then the yellow one is about description. So this is how we break down the elemen pembelajaran for learning. This is the CP for PhD. Siswa menggunakan teks lisan, tulisan, dan visual dalam bahasa Inggris untuk berinteraksi dan berkomunikasi dalam konteks yang lebih beragam dan dalam situasi formal dan informal, seperti jenis teksnya narasi, deskripsi, prosedur, teks khusus, pesan singkat, iklan, dan teks asli sebagai rujukan utama. Siswa menggunakan bahasa Inggris untuk berdiskusi dan menyampaikan keinginan atau perasaan. Pemahaman mereka terhadap teks tulisan semakin berkembang dan keterampilan inferensi mulai tampak ketika memahami informasi tersirat. Nah, mereka memproduksi teks tulisan dan visual dalam bahasa Inggris yang terstruktur dengan kosakata yang lebih beragam. Nah, mereka memahami tujuan dan pemirsa ketika memproduksi teks tulisan dan visual dalam bahasa Inggris. And then this is the capaian pembelajaran per elemen bahasa. and this is connected. So there are three. The first one is menyimak and berbicara. The second one membaca and memeriksa, and then menulis and mempresentasikan. And then we come for the next one is about pemetaan or mapping of CP, CP pembelajaran. Like I've talked before, after we have some CP, we need to break down it first. In CP in general, siswa menggunakan teks lisan tulisan, and then break down into this. Menggunakan teks lisan tulisan dan visual, and then berinteraksi dan berkomunikasi dalam konteks yang lebih beragam dan dalam situasi formal dan informal. And then we come to siswa menggunakan bahasa Inggris untuk berdiskusi dan menyampaikan keinginan atau perasaan. And then we come memahami informasi tersirat, and then memproduksi teks tulisan dan visual dalam bahasa Inggris yang terstruktur dengan kosakata yang lebih beragam. And the last one, memahami tujuan dan pemirsa ketika memproduksi teks tulisan dan visual dalam bahasa Inggris. And then for per element, we break down into this. The first one is about elemen menyimak berbicara. We break down into 4 phase. For thing, the first one untuk berinteraksi dan saling bertukar ide, pengalaman, minat, pendapat, dan pandangan dengan guru, dan segala macam. And etc. And then the second one, understanding atau memahami ide utama dan detail yang relevan. And the third one is about terlibat or being able in discussion, like giving opinion, giving inferences, or giving preference. And then the last one, menjelaskan dan memperjelas jawaban mereka menggunakan struktur kalimat dan kata-kata sederhana. And then the second one is membaca memirsa, like membaca and merespon teks familiar dan tidak familiar, and then finding and evaluating ide utama dan informasi spesifik. The third one mengidentifikasi tujuan teks. The fourth one melakukan inference, and the fifth one memahami informasi tersirat dalam sebuah teks. And then in menulis dan mempresentasi, there are 6 also breakdown for this elemen, like mengomunikasikan ide, menunjukkan perkembangan, membuat perencanaan, menggunakan kalimat sederhana, menyusun argumen, dan menjelaskan atau mempertahankan suatu pendapat. So that's all the element of capaian pelajaran that we already break down it. And then we come to mapping the CP for phase D. So we conclude that to become the learning process have the step. So we make it into this one. In 7th grade, we learn about the basic first. The first one we talk about greeting and introduction, and then we talk about verb, and then simple present tense, and then there is, there are, positive imperative, and preposition of place, has, have, got, why, and because, covering something, countable and countable nouns, demonstrative pronouns, and then we talk about simple present tense with adverbs of frequency, and then negative imperative, ability like and dislike, present continuous, ungkapan asking for permission, simple past tense, adjective and comparisons. And in 8th grade, we level up it in the simple present tense. We talk about present tense, and then we'll talk about some another tenses like present continuous tense, and then we talk about simple past tense, to be, regular, irregular verb, question, answer, have to, and then have to, and then countable and countable nouns, comparative, present continuous, future argument, will, won, and so on. And the last, in 8th grade, we talk about present perfect tense. And in the 9th grade, we start to reconstruct some text. So there is a procedure text, report text, advertisement, narrative text, comparison. So that's for mapping of capaian pembelajaran for each grade of class in phase D. And then we come to TP or tujuan pembelajaran. There's an identity, and then break down what I've taught before, and then break down per page or element, like what I've learned before. And then we come is a table tujuan pembelajaran bahasa Inggris. Actually, it's the same is like what I've taught in Prota, but in here there is more specific because we got the number, code, tujuan pembelajaran, materi pokok, proteksi waktu. This is the material that I will develop in this module. Menyapa orang lain dalam konteks formal dan informal dan mampu memperkenalkan diri sendiri dan orang lain dalam konteks percakapan. With materi pokok, greeting, and introduction for 60. So this is the material. Then we come for ATP or alur tujuan pembelajaran. So this is the pengantar. We've got it from our teacher when we observe in junior high school number 2 Sungai Tarap, which place in Pasilawe. We take it and we develop it, and in ATP we talk about capaian pembelajaran as also, and this is the tabel ATP. It include tujuan pembelajaran, and then perkiraan jumlah DP with key phrase or word, a greet, goodbye, introduce oneself, other people, with the topics, greeting and introduction, with profil pelajar Pancasila, kreatif and pengalaman kritis, with some glossarium like glad to see you, hang on a minute, what's up, a new acquaintance, fortunately appropriate sentences. With the short explanation, greetings are the expression that is almost always used by the people when they meet someone, either known or unknown people. The greeting is usually used at the beginning of a conversation. A function of greeting to show attention is usually delivered to family, kin, friend, and so on. Kinds of greetings. The first one is formal greetings and informal greetings. And then we come to introducing oneself, a self-introduction, like for the material I've developed into module. Introducing oneself is introducing oneself in English to others using appropriate sentences so that others can get to know us better and closer than before. The act of introducing yourself to someone else is known as self-introduction. Introduction others is the process of introducing other people, friends, best friends, college, father, mother, and the others by using correct sentences and expressions so that both the person we introduce and those who heard it have an idea of the type of person we are introducing. And then we come for analyzing the textbook. In this book, we talk about English for Nusantara book. So this book have what we call plus side. There is this already developed with very well because the content of this book already talk about Indonesia, and it is very interactive because there is a lot of media that we can access from this book, like video by scanning the key bar, scanning bar in the book. The character of this book is also very Indonesia, very national, and then it also have a breakdown, and our goal for analyzing this book is to understand and getting known what the material or module that we will make for the teacher itself, and also the most important thing for the student. So this is the analysis of textbook from CP with CP breakdown. And then we come to the per element of capaian pembelajaran. So the first one, we talk about CP breakdown. For each CP, like what I've talked before. And then the second one, we talk about the TP. Tujuan pembelajaran that is available in this book have 5 points. Yes, it is 5 points. The first one is about developing communicative competence of English for the students with a lot of context with the first one mengidentifikasi konteks, gagasan utama, informasi terperinci, and then mengemukakan ide dari teks deskriptif, prosedur dan pesan singkat, dan menguasai struktur teks, and then merancang teks dan memproduksi teks. And then the second one is developing intercultural competence for understanding and admitting some perspective from our culture and the other culture. And the third is developing the student confidence for expression as an individual that is mandiri and also responsible. The fourth is having a skill in 21st era, like critical thinking, creative, communicative, and be able to work together and digital literation. And the fifth is menjadi warga masyarakat global yang tetap memegang teguh nilai-nilai Pancasila as a falsafah hidup. And then the material that is available in this book, the first one is about me. So this in about me page, there are self-introduction, there's also greetings, introduction others, describing hobbies, describing people, describing daily activities. And the second one is about culinary and me. And I'm sorry, our point in here, we will talk in model about self-introduction. And then describing daily activity, and then culinary and me, like describing one favorite meal, food, drink, snack, texture, and taste, asking and giving information about food and ingredients, identifying tools and ingredients, making a sequence of cooking steps. The home sweet home, we talk about room in the house, things, talking what people do and use to clean our house, giving instructions, and then my school activities, we talk about class schedules, online learning tip, describing one study habits, and then this is my schools about asking direction, giving direction, talking about activities, describing a school festival. So that's this. So from all of it, we can conclude that this book is very suitable for main textbook for 7th grade because it already use arrangement for each characteristic of students and also for the step of pembelajaran here already available even though it is not really specific enough for using genre-based approach for each the material. And we come to the next one, which will talk about module that we already made. So this is the module that I already made, English module for 7th grade with the material self-introduction with me, Shafiq Yastas. The first one is we talk about informasi umum. There is konten kode modul ajar, kode ATP, nama penyusun, universitas tahun, jenjang sekolah, pace, alokasi waktu, jumlah pertemuan, moda pembelajaran, profil pelajar Pancasila, metode pembelajaran, sarana prasarana, target peserta didik, and karakter peserta didik. So this informasi umum contains all of the contents of what we gonna talk about this module. And the second one we talk about komponen inti with top tujuan pembelajaran, memahami tentang ungkapan dasar perkenalan diri sendiri dan orang lain dalam perkenalan sehari-hari, and menyusun dan melakukan percakapan dengan menggunakan ungkapan dasar dalam perkenalan diri sendiri dan orang lain. Why I choose 7.3 and 7.4? Because in 7.1 and 7.2 we talk about greeting. So that's different thing. And then about pemahaman bermakna, we talk about simple definition of introduction itself. A sentence used to introduce oneself is introducing self. When in an environment, when a new environment, introduction must be made so that other people in the new environment can get to know the individual better. Wherever in a new environment, school or campus, friendship or school environment, and so on. And then with pertanyaan pemantik, like what phrases are used when introducing yourself and others, and how do you introduce yourself? And then we'll talk about kegiatan pembelajaran. The first one is first kegiatan we talk about guru menyapa, salam, and pray together, and then teacher also trying to linkage the previous material about greeting, and then guru will or teacher will give a short explanation about what we're gonna do in this time for learning. And then after that we talk about kegiatan inti, whether this take 60 minutes time for the all of the kegiatan. The first one we talk about building knowledge of field. In here we talk about giving knowledge for student what they learn. In here in BKF we also given the video that you can click it. It's about myself, and guru or teacher will asking in what we call big picture about this video that we already given, like what is their name, where do they live, and so on. And then the second one we talk about modeling of text or MOT. It took 15 minutes for this stage. The first one in this MOT we make a games like semua siswa tuh berdiri di membentuk lingkaran. Guru menunjuk salah satu siswa menjawab pertanyaan yang guru berikan sesuai dengan video yang telah ditampilkan. Lalu siswa yang telah ditunjuk berdiri di tengah dan berputar mengitar temannya sebanyak angka dadu yang didapatkan dengan menutup mata. Orang yang akhirnya ditunjuk nantinya akan langsung menjawab pertanyaan dari siswa tersebut. Begitu seterusnya, tunjuk sampai selesai. Setelah permainan tersebut, guru mencoba menanyakan ke siswa tentang apa saja yang dijelaskan karakter di video tentang dirinya. Seperti yang dijelaskan di video ini, that is explained by this video is like name, where they live, age, parents' job, and then cita-cita, and so on. And then all of the students write all of the statement. And then we talk about the third one is GCOT, or joint construction of text. It took 15 minutes for this stage. Is siswa is divided into 4 groups, and then each group trying to make their own version of self-introduction. And teacher as a facilitator for as a facilitator need to approach the student if there is a material that they don't understand, they can ask the teacher. And then the fourth one is about ICOT, or independent construction of text. It took 20 minutes for the stage, like because they will make their own self-introduction. And this is how the pembelajaran berdiferensiasi works. With this thing, differentiate of product. So the student will make the self-introduction video by their own learning style. For example, for student like who kinesthetic will show their own self-introduction in front of class. And then the student who being able to use audio for learning, or audio learning style, use make animation video with application named Plotagon that is available in Google Play Store, so they can make it in the class. And also for the student who learning style is visual, is making vlog of their of themselves for introduction themselves by recording, and then they editing as creative as they are. And then we come to the kegiatan penutup atau closing class with the time 10 minutes. And this stage, guru, there is an evaluation here, because guru asking the students about what they have learned and what the components that is available in self-introduction. And then the teacher also explained the next class will talk about introduction others, and then the teacher closed the learning process by praying and also giving salam. And an assessment that used for this module is, the first one is okay. We'll continue. So we will talk about the next step. Next stage is about assessment. So I talked at the beginning with the student will finish the LKPD, and then they will ask whether they understand or not about the material, and then they write their own self-introduction by their version. And then for unwritten, uh, they make their own video, and they brave for giving their opinion in group in group discussion. They respect each other. They are responsible for finishing the assignment, and they make their own self-introduction video with their own learning style. For visual, they make video vlog of self-introduction. For audio, they made animation self-introduction by using Protagon. And for kinesthetic, they show introduction in front of class. For assessment summative, they uh, answer follow question in the end of class with answer choice like this. Diana wants to introduce to Mika to her brother. What context? Mika, this is my brother Haikal. Bilal, this is Diana. Haikal, what expression that Haikal will use like this. And then the next one, what is your expression to introduce yourself if you meet someone for the first time? And this is the answer. And they will uh, make the conversation for a self-introduction by this picture. And then we come for the material. This the video of self-introduction material that the student can access. And this is the material for the first one is what definition, and then some expression of introduction self, and the responses like hello, nice to meet you too. This is of uh, hello, my name is I am 20 years old. Okay, sorry. I would like to make it like hello, my name is Shafiq Yastasir. I am 20 years old. I live in Batu Sangkar. I like fishing. My hobby is writing. And my favorite color is blue. My favorite food is nasi goreng. My favorite drink is lemonade. And nice to meet you too. And the responses is like, hello, nice to meet you too. And then we come for the next one. Is a table of pronoun. So there's subject pronoun, object pronoun, possessive pronoun, and possessive pronoun. And this is the expression for asking for identity, like what is your name, who are you, where do you live, and so on. And this is the list of hobbies like reading, writing, swimming, singing, dancing, playing football, cycling, skateboarding, and so on. And also this is the expression for asking the hobby, like what is your hobby? My hobby is reading. What is your brother's hobby? My brother's hobby is playing football. What is your sister's hobby? My sister's hobby is dancing. And this is how to use to be for self-introduction like this. This is also the material of how to use to be. And then, and this is the phrase of introduction. Like my name is Iris Tia, Iris, and so on. And this is the picture of phrase of self-introduction. And then this is the worksheet. This is video. By this video, they can answer some follow-up question. The first one, after they watch the video, they need to find phrases of introducing themselves to others with this video. And then this video, this is the sentences, this is the conversation from the video. And then they will answer like, where does Danny come from? And why does Danny move to new school? And then this is the second video. What is our next class? And then the answer is, the question is, who is Dina English teacher? Where does Miss Arena live? And so on. They can use it. They can make their own LKPD or worksheet in this Google Form link. And then the last one, we'll talk about penilaian with some criteria like using pronoun with the contain, and then pronouncing. And this is the glossarium. And this is the daftar pustaka that I use. So that's all from me. Thank you very much for everything. I'm sorry for any mistakes. I'm Syafiq Estasir. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.